fuck yeah. We really love them so much. It's a far cry from me being I got one little thing, we're not going to be take qual, but
I'll get out of here.
Cam Pipes was one of the main influences in my whole career. When I was growing up in Vancouver, he was already touring and I was looking up to him. He was playing all ages shows. Cam, if you're listening, remember the shows at the Video Inn? Remember those? All right, brothers and sisters, let's keep this party rolling! Right now, 3 inches of blood! And not mention, we were just followed by a bunch of fucking talent. All the bands tonight, absolutely fucking amazing. You should all give yourselves a hand, and you should all be very proud of yourselves.
Your show.
Yeah, what time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, what time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, he's back from the dead.
Your
Putting it
show.
on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah.
Your show.
What time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah.
Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, von Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah. Keep listening.
I think we all want a treat. And not just bark, bark, wolf, wolf. Marge, come here. Hey, I got one right up here. Look at this. Come on up, little Margaret. What day is it today? Is it Wednesday? Oh, man, the cookie. Everyone's eating the cookie. Oh, yeah, okay. The Phenom says it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. Welcome to your show. My name is Gary as we feed the hound. Now sit down. Lay down. I'm putting that one away. She pays all the bills around here with her Maggie cam. Literally the only reason people watch, besides the amazing music that we have, both introducing the show and new stuff that has been running while you link up. I think maybe one person probably linked up, who's probably watching right now, so shout out to you. Hopefully you enjoyed all of that incredible shredding. Compliments of a man who's right beside me, who we'll get to shortly. But I also really enjoy teasing the guest through the magnificent Margaret cam. So let's go now, Mr. Phenom, to the Maggie cam. Proudly brought to you by our good buddies over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. Mike and Rochelle, amazing human beings. They run the place with their little pup, Leroy, who is in there all the time. You can go say hi to Leroy, as well as Shar, Kirsten, and Chris, all doing their part to help make your pet shopping experience and your pet care and all that stuff the best damn pet stuff possible, if you will. Our buddy Summer was there this morning, and Rochelle was there, and they said hi, and Leroy was running around, and Maggie and Leroy are besties now, so we are going to get into some adventures with Maggie videos with our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer, very soon. It's something we used to do, and it was a lot of fun. Look at that doggy. She's so happy. Hey, what a happy dog. And it's not just because she can smell those incredible triple peanut butter double-decker cookies that we got here for the crew today. She's also pumped because she got to see her friend, our buddy Marcel, who was trying to fix our heating unit. And Marcel hates fame. And I told him, well, luckily you're in the right place, but no one's famous here, and no one ever will be. But he also didn't want to come on, so I told him I'd just give him a quick shout, and then he got mad at me, so hopefully don't beat me up, Marcel. But Nickel Plumbing and Heating, best heating and plumbing in the universe, just saying. And they also helped build this place. I don't know how much longer I can just, dance, I guess the term is, as we got LB floor directing right now. He's not even paying attention. He's just eating cookies. So we're gonna get right to it. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him from all the bands. Give it up for Matt Cuthbertson.
Word it.
My man.
Yes.
Dude, we were watching that intro as the countdown timer was going. And you couldn't have said it more perfectly. You said, they like me. They really like me. Yeah. And that just hit me like so hard because I've known you for so long and I've been sort of along this ride. And you just mentioned, like, you remember playing in front of 10 people here at shows.
Oh, yeah. And at that point, before the show, I would have to go to the washroom about 10 times because I get super nervous because for whatever reason, I decided to get into live music and whatnot. But
we're dumb, aren't we?
It's still the same now, but, I feel like the nerves have quelled a little bit. But
dude, okay. Where was that footage from? Because you've been at a bunch of shows over the last couple weekends.
The last one was Manitoba.
So that was the Metal Fest.
And that was with Into Eternity. So that was that was the point where, like I had said, like our Untimely one, it started rough and we got there at the end and then
powered through.
Then started playing Into. And that was, I think, the last song of our set there. So at that point, I was like, yeah, I made it through. I always have a few things like for that. We played kind of half of one album, Buried in Oblivion, and then we played half of another album, Scattering of Ashes. And the middle song is Surrounded by Night, and that starts with me just playing like clean guitar.
Love it.
Yeah, and my only thing is like you make it through the first kind of set and a half, and then sometimes your hands like climb up a bit, and I'm like, I can't be locked up for that clean part because it's just me. It's just a clean guitar, no effects, and man, you feel naked as hell.
It's like Tupac said, bro, all eyes on me. That's it. You got them all there.
And as soon as, say you do miss a note or then you're like, you get in your
it's
head and it turns into
magnified by 1,000 because, and of course, no one's really thinking all that, but we get inside our heads. So you said it so perfectly. Like I still, before the show, I have to go for my nervous pee. I could pee like 10 minutes before. I still have to go for the nervous pee.
It's never going to end. And I've always, maybe I've just like convinced myself it's a good thing, but I find that you step up to the plate if you've got those nerves. You know, if I came here, I'm like, well, it's just your show, you know, no big deal. I don't care. But I get here, I'm like, man, it's your show.
It's so fun because we have literally like 2 people watching right now, but then it gets replayed and then we get promos pulled out of it, and like the subscribers are just going through the roof of this little movement that we have, and it's because it's such a
things start. Like
right.
There was somebody from the Edmonton show, and after they came up, and they were a huge fan, and they're like, I'd never heard of you guys before, and I just love this. And, you know, they bought merch, and they were just like so stoked that, and that makes it all worth it for me. Like that, you know, you get that 1 or 2 people, or like there was, another thing was we actually had some people like, you know, hashtagging us.
Oh, you were getting social media.
And there was like, you know, we're like, oh, somebody's saying something about untimely, and one of the guys said, I've been waiting forever to hear Idle Hands live. And I'm like, oh, somebody likes my music, man. This is great. But it like that just it means so much. Just that,
it's the little things,
it
man.
Does. It's like somebody is listening.
When you do it for as long as you've been doing it, when you go through the grind as long as you have, and it cross relates, if that's even a term that's used or possible to use, but it probably doesn't exist. But even with a radio career and then transitioning into something like this, something I've never done before, something none of us have ever been a real part of, and just jumping in blindly and saying, okay, well, this is what we're going to do now, I guess. And to see from like a month ago to where we are now, and not just in the amounts of views and subscribers, but the amounts of like advertisers that have joined us and people that want to promote stuff on the show, and these, you know, we got new shows coming up that people want to be a part of. And like when you guys come in here, it's, I say it all the time, getting those reps in, but it finally feels like those reps are paying off, right? You get that payoff, which is that feeling we get like, oh, they actually like it.
Like, because you're just bringing in so many people from every direction or whatever. And then like, even just the people that are like coming on the show, we're connecting, you know, like, it's like now I know, you know, Uncle Mike, and he's into punk rock and I'm into punk rock. So I got a best friend, you know. And
we're going to be turning that into a music show because that's just what we do.
Why wouldn't we?
Right? Yeah. So that's the thing. And again, Uncle Mike with all of his, I got one. That was the first again on the show, 240 now. SaskatoonFoodBank.org. Head on over there and you can do monetary donations, get a bin to collect all of that food as the citywide food drive is going on right now. All the love to our friends at Laurie O'Connor and Deb and Errol and everyone over there. We love you guys. Laurie was here in studio and it was really cool. And I told her about how every time I use the word again as a crutch, I'm donating $10 to the citywide food drive. So every time that happens, I have to stop everything and say, head to SaskatoonFoodBank.org and make a donation or get a bin and fill it up. It's a lot of fun. Really good for getting that karma up, which is what we're all about. Sorry, I threw that right off, but we got these important things. So we got Uncle Mike coming in. Damn20 is the promo code this week. He comes in with promo codes for us to use at his website, UncleMike'sNatural.com. You go there. I have to buy apparently, so I had my braids were out yesterday, and it was a full-on perm. And I was asking Uncle Mike, how do we tame this beast, man? And he's telling me he has a bar of shampoo. Not so shampoo.
Of course he does.
It's the shampoo bar. So I'm like, well, the first guy I think of course, is my other long-haired brother in arms here, my sweet Matt. And I'm like, man, we could be like so shampoo barring our hair.
Yeah, I like the idea.
All thanks to our punk rock guru, a.k.a. Uncle Mike from All of His Natural Why don't you go ahead and grab something out of there? Has you got anything in there?
You got some product?
We've been giving a whole bunch of free stuff away from Uncle Mike. There you go. The best deodorant going. You want that?
I absolutely do. Because you know what? I believe it was last weekend I brought like the spray deodorant.
Yeah.
But it was just it wasn't antiperspirant. It was just like a, you know, like a smell,
the smell
or whatever.
thing, and it didn't help the big picture.
I'm like, man, I smell freaking awful. So yeah, thank you, Uncle Mike. This is perfect.
I love how, and another sort of, this is it, right? Like, we're all a bunch of nerds here, and the big jokes all the time are like, stinky nerds, you know, all that. But the same way, like, have you ever been to a band space or a jam space that smelled good?
If you do, it's probably not a good band.
They're probably not shredding or drinking hard enough. But that's such a funny thing, and I just made that correlation. All of us nerdy gamers, same as bandmates.
Well, I
man.
guess, and speaking of dorks in that nerd realm or
Yes.
whatever, I've got one kind of little story from the Edmonton show.
Now we're cooking. I was going to get into this.
Yeah, I'm wearing my Dio shirt, Ronnie James.
Ronnie James.
Dio. Yeah, he likes his, swords and his dragons. And
Medieval.
everything.
He's very medieval.
Anyways, yeah, there's a guy watching the show or whatever, kind of, looks like someone that would be working your booths in here, or just, just
One of
Yeah,
us. One of us. Yeah.
But yeah, so he's like super timid, and I was loading up my gear at the end of the night, and he's like, "Man, I really like your shirt," and I was like, "Oh, thanks, man, Dio." And I was like, "What albums do you like?" Blah blah blah. I start name dropping, I'm like, "Holy Diver" or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, I thought it said D&D," and he thought it was a D&D shirt, and then
Which it totally could be, because there's
of
like
course
all the
it could,
medieval
but,
stuff on it.
the
Yeah.
thing is, like, I've got lots of friends in that that do magic cards and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
I personally am like, it's just I don't
No,
know.
our good brother Noel.
So it was this awkward thing where I was trying to be like, I really support that, but I got nothing. I just can't add anything. And then he's like, yeah, you would be like a good, if you were into it, you'd be like
The best dungeon master ever.
yes, or whatever. But it
totally.
was super awkward. And then I was just like, well, see you later.
Big gulp, eh?
Yeah, it was,
Well,
it was
see
a
you
big,
later.
it was
Yeah,
a big
gulp moment.
moment.
But that's so relatable, because that's literally what Dio's all about. Like all of that medieval, like fantasy stuff,
Yep,
right?
absolutely.
And like Holy Diver is a perfect example of that.
And the thing is, just the singing those words, swords, dragons, like they just sounds cool.
Fucking metal, man. Metal.
Or dorky.
Oh, dorky metal. Ooh, yeah. There it is. Well done. We're hanging out with my man, Matt Cuthbertson. You know him from all the bands, including The Mighty and Timely Demise, as well as Into Eternity and Raven Witch. Shout out to Aaron Meatball, Tristan, and the gang. Then where's your wife today? She didn't want to come?
Well, unfortunately.
Oh, don't say.
No, she's
Okay, she's
still
okay?
getting over her accident, so she's at physio, and that was more important than supporting me. So.
Whoa! If you know Aaron at all, you know that somebody just opened the lock to the doghouse. Woo!
So,
Moving on. We're just going to get right
can
past
we
that.
just move on?
Okay, getting back. So you had the weekend before Manitoba Metal Fest, then you go back out, and you were in Alberta with Stryker, and you were doing a whole bunch more shows. Tell me about this new one.
Well, okay, Calgary, it was crazy. We played the Rec.
The Rec Room.
And are you familiar?
Dude,
It's a chain.
I gamed in the Rec Room big
So
time.
it's a
It's like a
two-story like
Oh, it's so cool.
arcade. You've got
Yeah.
golf simulators and ping pong.
I know
video
you're gonna
games.
love this reference. It's basically like an up-to-date hangout for all the goons in New York with the Foot Clan as they're trying to
Yes.
recruit.
Oh, let's do it. Go play. Oh man.
Daniel saw it. Man, that's a total Danny
But
moment.
yeah, that was super cool, and
All the
we had to
games.
load in because it's in a mall or whatever.
And this is why what I was gonna ask you was how the setup is in
so
a Rec
Untimely
Room.
Demise has now played a mall, which is cool, and so you load in around back, and you feel like you're loading into a big arena. You're going through a labyrinth of all these
Totally.
things or whatever, and go through big like freight elevators, and then
If there was a camera following you, there'd be some big orchestral moment building up as
and
you're
then we
making
get
your
to
way.
our little 300-person room area that's whatever.
Then the pit opens and the whole place explodes. We know how
But
it
no,
goes.
it was cool, and it was all ages, and it's fun. Like the sound guy you've got a few options. You got your really good sound guys that just bite their lip, and because you're dealing with goobers like us that are like we're excited, and some people don't know their stuff.
Yeah.
Other people do know their stuff or whatever, but. This guy was one of those guys. I knew it was going to be an issue from the get-go, just because like he gets in, and he's like, "Watch the wires," and I'm like,
Oh, no.
I'm not going to touch."
We
the
could do a
wires."
whole show about sound
and then,
guys. I just want to
was
throw
like,
that in there.
Oh, hey, can I just put my amp, behind,
Hey, dude, trust me. It's a lot different than what you're soundboarding. Trust me.
No, you're good. You're good. I only consider you scum compared to Krusty.
What a good reference. So he already gives you a warning about the chords.
But yeah, and then I wasn't allowed to put my amp on the stage, and then I was like, well, can I like plug it in just to like test because I didn't want to have issues like last time. And he's like, no, you're just gonna have to wait until the other band, and it was like a whole thing, and he. Just not
Was there any excuse? Like, I always want to try to stick up for these guys. Were there any excuses given to you about why you couldn't do these things?
No, I think it's just his process or whatever.
And by
but-
his process,
yeah.
you mean he was power tripping like a lot of these guys do, and they want to establish dominance over you very early just so they can have some sort of control in their life. And it's such a crock of shit.
Yeah,
It gets me so mad.
ultimately, like, and again, I always just worry about Merbs because these are the things that
They eat him alive.
kick
Yeah,
him,
absolutely. And rightfully so, man.
But again, he just nailed it, and he's like, "All right, this guy's a bozo. We're gonna have to deal with it." And we're like, "All right." And it was a great show. And you know what? The sound was not bad. Like on stage, I couldn't hear anything, but like from the videos, it sounded like the sound was.
Do we have any videos that we can play?
Do
we have anything?
We do, but that one's from.
Perfect. So we're not going to talk about this. Let's keep going. No, we're going to finish up at the rec room.
But yeah, I think just in general, that was and it was my birthday. That was the birthday
Happy
show.
belated again.
So this was the second year in a row I've had a lit birthday cake brought to me and had a crowd of people singing to me. Like
So
I
cool.
feel like a fucking like a baby.
That's it.
I'm a baby, like just a man child. Where like I get these cakes brought to me every year, and I don't.
It's
I
amazing.
don't deserve it, but I love it.
You
and
deserve
it's
all of
really
it, I think,
cool.
is the point, or else
But
it wouldn't happen.
yeah, the guys from Strike had, rolled up halfway through the set with the lit, and it was like, that's pretty cool. But yeah, Calgary was great, and then
What happened after? What birthday party times? Did you guys do anything wild or crazy?
Well,
Play some video games in the rec room?
No, we packed up our stuff, and then Murray and I had a cigarette. And then just hung out and basically watched our videos, and we're just like, oh man, this is so cool. This is what it's all about. So yeah, basically dorked it out again because that's what we do. And I feel like I even on stage at one point in Calgary, maybe it was after the birthday, I'm like, yep, I'm a dork. I'm willing to admit that. And I feel like I'm starting to fall into my own, like that's my character,
That's it now, man.
I did the like talking with the metal voice for many years. I did the like every video shoot where I was doing the like Bill and Samo, like I hate life.
Angry at everything.
And I feel like I've grown into just embracing who I am, and it feels great.
The greatest quote in the history of movies, dare I say. Was it Danny Glover from Lethal Weapon? I'm getting too old for this shit.
It's so
right?
true.
I'm just getting too old to be like, yeah, I hate everything, and I'm so hard, and I'm all this. Like, come on. Life is too damn short to be an asshole, right?
It really is. It really is.
And I think that's one of the big things we're trying to push out there to all the people that keep trying to ruin everyone's day just because it makes them feel better about their shitty days. It's like, no, those days are done, man. We're done with that. Time to start, treating each other well.
No time for that.
Yeah. So I'm happy to hear you're embracing your coolness, if you will.
It's good because, then I guess we'll move on to the Edmonton
Here we
show.
go.
Yeah, so we drove.
So this was Friday night
Yeah.
on your birthday. Now we wake up Saturday morning. What are we doing?
Saturday, we get our coffees in us.
Nice.
We hit the road, and Erin was coming up from Saskatoon, so she's kind of messaging me along the way, and she did her little hajj to Mundare, where she goes and sees the big sausage or whatever. And,
I saw the picture. It's very funny. Mundare sausage. Baby.
It's impressive, and also it's intimidating.
Once you realize everyone's got small ones, man, it's all good.
Okay, yeah, again,
That's just
just
what I always say.
embrace it,
Yeah,
just
we're
embrace
just
it.
embrace the smallness.
Yeah, so we met up at, Erin got to the hotel, and she was just, she pulled into the hotel and got like a $100 parking ticket.
Of course.
Yeah, as she pulled. So she's calling me, and we're just getting into Edmonton, and she's like, I gotta, and our hotel's like super hot or whatever, and I was like, it'll all be good. And I got there, and then as soon as I got there, the ticket did get reversed because
positivity, your positive aura rolled in.
Once me and Erin get back together, it's like all's right with the world. And then
Yins and yangs.
Yeah, we ended up calling the maintenance, and they were going to fix our
heating
heat,
issue,
which they never did. And then we ended up having to move rooms after the, which is
Did they upgrade the room? Did they give you anything?
Well, we got our room service comped.
So that's not okay.
That's good. I'll take that.
We'll take anything.
In general, like their service was great.
This is it, and we're not here to bury anybody. You know that.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So the game 6 was happening, and we're about Edmonton and Vancouver, and we're like a couple blocks away. So like there was just. Did
you feel the vibe?
The energy was in the air.
You could probably hear all the people.
And it was also annoying getting around and stuff because But either way, it was just so cool, and that was the one thing we were kind of worried about with our set because we were going on, like if say it went into overtime or something, the people may not have showed up for us or whatever, or
priorities,
or say Vancouver ends up winning, and then
no
everyone's just all
I hate
like,
life.
yeah,
This all sucks.
sullen,
Let's get the hell out of here. Yeah.
But yeah, they ended up winning, and we were going on stage. Kicks off, just great sound. First 2 songs, and then there always needs to be something with Untimely Demise.
This is it.
So the end of the, I believe it was our second song, Enslaver, and I finish, and I hear Matt. Murray's got this like really like
worried
tone, and he's like, ask for like an EMT or like it's like medical assistance or is anyone a nurse or whatever. The lights, I'm guessing, induced someone had a seizure or a seizure like episode. So after Enslaver, everything just goes completely silent, and luckily our buddy who used to play in Stryker is now an EMT, and he's trained or whatever. He was right on the spot. The girl came to after about a minute or 2, but it was like that silence where we're just on the stage, and you don't know what to do. You're just like, oh my, this is awful, but and you're like, I hope they're okay. Dude. And yeah, she ended up getting up, and everyone clapped or whatever. But then it was like, also when this happened, someone he's like, oh, the Oilers won, and I was like, oh no, but I'm like, probably not the best time to like, and so like. Yeah, she got up and she was like taken away by an ambulance. But
you want to talk about the worst spot to be in?
Yeah, but then I kind of like I'm like, well, let's keep this going, and the Oilers won or whatever.
And then
but it was cool because then as the set went on, that really augmented the energy because it kind of felt like we were in it to get like we already went through something together. So like
totally.
But
you bonded over that moment.
Just a fantastic set, and Tyler, like our new guitarist, that this is his second show, and he's just so good. Like basically, I'll like be playing, and I try not to look over because I look over and I'm like, you guys see this? This is crazy.
It's just shreddies all over the place.
Oh man,
the best stuff.
So good. Yeah.
I had no idea that all. You really never have a boring show.
No,
you aren't kidding.
There's
it's
always
a thing
something, and it's a unique, original thing. But I don't know. It's just that's.
Well, again, $2.50. SaskatoonFoodBank.org. Head on over, make a donation. Citywide food drive going for the entire month of May. We are now at $250.
$260.
Oh, look at this!
I'm down.
You didn't even say anything. Lori, look what's happening. See, the citywide food drive keeps going. $260 now. Compliments to my man. Look at that, and that's how this place works. That's the positivity that flows.
Going.
You see it and you say, "I would like to help," and then you help. Okay, getting back on track. You have this episode with this woman. She gets treated. She's better. You're trying to figure out how the heck do we get this show back on track. You announce the Oilers. Got the dub. Place goes crazy. You're bonded over this. Again, super weird moment. What did we say? 270 now.
Yeah.
Where do we go from there?
Well, we did our Metallica Damage Inc. cover again, and Brian kind of does he dedicates it to his late brother, and that was his favorite song, and so he
emotions everywhere, man.
He gives this speech, and he's like, so do the craziest circle pit for my brother Jeff, and did that, and it's fun because Untimely's never really covered big, like we usually cover like death or like obscure songs, but we've never did Metallica, and we're playing it in our lower tuning, but it's just fun watching everyone sing along. And
what kind of outfits are we wearing
for the show?
Yeah,
well, Murray is always going to be some sort of hunting camo pixelated. He keeps it Saskatchewan and embraces
that's his vibe.
Tyler is one of those like guitar shredder dudes where his uniform is all black with kind of like the black dress shirt, no labels, nothing, just all it is.
Can't buy me, bro.
All it is
nobody
his
buys me.
Is playing and the black.
I don't need no logo on my shirt.
Then I lean more towards the Stryker side of things, where
you get creative with it, and I'll say you get creative with it.
Let's not give me the credit here. Let's say that Erin Lindsay probably deserves that because she's my official stylist, because I don't know anything about fashion or really anything about much. But
This is why we get along, man.
Yeah, I tend to be more of the striker, so where it's like fun. So I got for the Edmonton show, I was wearing my Hammett pants. When we saw Metallica last time, he had these amazing pants with this red stripe, and Aaron's like, I need to get those. So I got them.
Fashion icon.
Yeah, wore those pants,
that.
and then I've got my neon guitar chords or whatever. So I got enough color.
This is it.
But yeah, and then just all sleeves or no sleeves, and
we said all the time. There's never no allowed for the in between. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Look at sleeves off, man.
But
That's what we do.
I went with the sleeveless, and it was.
And on the drum kit, what were we wearing?
Brian,
Did he get crazy with it?
I think again it was his
The
normal,
Zubaz?
his what are those tight leggings?
Yeah, the leggings, and then
with
glasses.
the glasses, gun muffs, and then he has the leggings, and then kind of what are those just workout
Shorts, like booty shorts, man.
Booty
It's
shorts,
like this is why I ask about the outfits, because they're so amazing. You guys all have such a unique way to show off, because it's like a character thing, right? It shows a little piece of you and shows what you're about. Unless you're like you and I, and you get someone else to dress you.
But then, I guess if we're talking about outfits, the striker guys take it over the top, because
Yeah.
they're bringing the 80s back. So the one guitarist, Simon, he's got a 90s Suns jersey, and then kind of fluorescent leopardy pants or whatever.
Fashion and metal should be a whole show as well.
Yeah, Tim Brown's got a blouse that looks straight from the 80s or whatever, and then Dan Cleary, the front man, he's the one guy that maybe could be stand to have more color or whatever.
Yeah.
He's just got the schlubby windbreaker, and he just looks
And
like
it works, doesn't it?
Perfect.
And it works.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking. I set an alarm purposely because I knew you'd be sitting here with me. And this is a great alarm because all it says is, how about the Jays using the song You Say for Yusei Kikuchi whenever he gets a strikeout? I noticed that yesterday.
Okay.
So Kikuchi throws a strikeout, and then that little bit from that song, You Say, you say, you only hear what I want
Lisa
to.
Loeb.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
man.
one.
Speaking of fashion, those glasses, you could set your watch to those. Man.
Said a lot of things with those glasses.
Mhm.
I wanted to give some love to the Toronto Blue Jays media guys, whoever thought of that. Because that is the best use of You Say, I think, ever.
Well, absolutely.
I only hear what I want
And again,
to.
with the I'm still upset. I feel like 3 years ago, or when they had and I did a whole guitar thing.
You're always doing guitar shreds to all this
I really
cool
wanted
shit.
Buck to be and there's a guy from Untimely Demise. He did some sort of guitar.
We could do that. Do you still have it?
I
have.
Yeah, we should bring it back.
I have, I'm not going to say the avenues, but possibly the ability with some connections that could get something possibly maybe into the Rogers Sportsnet team's hands. And I know they would eat up something like that because they're always shouting us that. They had the Saskatoon Berries. They had the Saskatoon Berries hat on the cast yesterday as our local, what is it, CEBL gets going. No, that's the basketball. The
Speaking
local
of which,
baseball.
Are we going to be going to a Berries game?
Oh, yeah,
Are we
we're
doing that?
supporting
Okay,
Berries hard.
sweet.
We're all Berries
Yeah,
all the time.
awesome.
Our main man,
Thank
Clayton
you.
Croker, you know him from everything. Croker is all over the Berries, so he's going to get us up in there, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, because I wanna go to those games.
Yeah, we're going. We're going to support local. That's what we learned from Croker. So we love him very much. Now, is there a video we can play? I just want to shred some more. Do you have anything that we can put up here?
We've got something from
The
the
Phenom's
end
got
of
something?
Forgotten in Time. This was in Edmonton, so
He's
yeah.
giving
we
a
could-
thumbs up.
Yeah.
You want to run right now?
Let's go live.
Let's go live. Let's go to live. The Panther And is Kirk Hammett's going to be wearing it? I think that's a pretty good dude.
But yeah,
I see what you're saying about this room now, too. Hey.
it's a super high ceiling. The light, you can see how the light is
You ever throw... Does this not feel like we're watching like a late 80s the mid to late 80s. Like, look at this, come on!
Yeah, of course.
Marvin Berry!
Yeah.
You know that new sound you're looking for? But man, Matt's got it. Like this, like,
And then
this is what I'm talking
feel like I
you got about 5 seconds. I need something big here. Big
feel
finish.
Like
Get it? Yeah!
there we go.
Dude, how do you get up like that with the leg? Doesn't that hurt?
No, I've been, you stretch.
You
or
stretch a lot.
whatever.
Okay, pre-show routine. Do you stretch a lot before the show?
I do. So I've got my, this one I got from Testaments. I think it was Eric Peterson. He had went to like somebody and, got $300 worth of, advice, and basically pretending that you're holding a platter. Like a waiter or something this way. So that's a good one. I do the Gene Hoglan where you kind of stretch, you stretch out, the fingers. And then this one I got from Kim, who she's a guitar or a bass student of mine, but she also plays bass in Battle Axe.
I love Kim. Yes, they're coming in, man. We're doing it. We're gonna do it.
If you want the stretches and all that, she's the one that can do this stuff. But this one, I think it's like flossing or something. You put the hands all the way out, and then bring the.
That's called flossing. I thought flossing was like this.
Yeah, you get. Oh yeah, well, that's the real flossing.
Is that?
Just assume everything that I'm saying.
Is that what my dentist keeps telling me to do? Shout out to Dr. Hausman Associates.
But yeah,
floss more, so just do this.
It's that, and then usually a little beer.
That's interesting. Do you ever do this one? There's a guy who used to work the maintenance crew with me at the Willows, and he said, "Do this before you play the bass, and this is supposed to stretch your fingers out."
Ooh, I haven't, but you know what? I'll try it out. I'm always down for
I don't know if
stretches.
it works very well, but it hurts. It hurts as we go. Man, I've learned a lot about this. And as a guy who's been to a lot of shows, like specifically on Time of Demise shows, and worked the merch table and have done all the fun stuff that there is to do, I just want to say that getting to see that, like getting to have, not only just have a show here that we can have you on, like once a week and talk about these things, but to get to see you in your element doing the shredding and to show people how it looks. Like that is the coolest thing to me, man.
It's great, but I really like that I can kind of break down what I'm doing on this show, and it kind of it gives me a new perspective on everything, and it's kind of it's reinvigorating.
This is what I'm saying, and this is why we are going to start a music show where we're going to sit
one
here and we're
for
going to talk
Gary.
about it. This is just happening now. So we're going to come up with a music show. Uncle Mike's going to be a part of it. You're going to be a big part of it. All of our music boys around here are going to be a huge part of all of that.
Well, let's make it happen.
And I want to thank you first and foremost for motivating that. And I also want you to know that when we see this stuff on the screen, I've been told by all the bosses, we also have to talk about our audio versions. We have audio versions on the Spotifys and on the Apple
I've
books
been waiting
and
for those.
all that stuff. So if you don't want the video, you just want to get the audio and listen, you can do it. It's anywhere you pick that stuff up. We also have a bunch of new shows coming through that way as well.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
the
that
doors
is
keep
awesome.
opening. So I just wanted to thank you for being a huge part of that as we move forward. And those connections you got with those bands, like everyone's welcome here. We say it all the time. But with Tristan's band, and they have a show coming up, and they have another band coming from, I believe,
I was
Alberta.
talking to Stryker, and they're going to be coming. So when they come, we'll bring them in, and they'll be perfect for it.
Every time you come here, we get closer to that goal of making this the stop for all the bands coming through. So I just want to thank you for being the best representative of the Dufferin Avenue Media Network in the history of anyone. No offense to Coach or anyone else who was here. But you're out there doing it, and you're telling people about it, and you're promoting this incredible thing that we're trying to do. So we really appreciate you.
I like it. And now should I ease off into the distance gracefully?
If you want to try, this will be cool.
How do you feel about that?
This will be cool. Oh, that would be pretty boss, too. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Matt Cuthbertson. Yeah! That's metal right there. I wanted to see a jump kick, but that'll work pretty good, too. I'd like to nominate that for best exit ever from being on the show. That's going to be there. And he donated $10 to the Sask Student Food Bank and Learning Center, too, by the way. So no pressure on you, Coach. Happy Hump Day to you. My name is Gary, the host of your show here. As far as we know, we haven't done any research. As far as we know, the only live show on YouTube between 4 and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday in Saskatoon. I do know that there is no other facility like the Dufferin Avenue Media Network here on the Sonder Concrete Services Clubhouse grounds. And the ability continues to grow as our Twitch stream is about this close. We are waiting for a couple more parts, and we're going to start chasing those speed runs. And so the Twitch streaming will turn into our video game shows that will also be on YouTube. And I don't think the video game shows will be very good audio-wise if we're just playing highlights of our speedrun attempts and all that stuff. So we'll see how that all goes. But this is also your home for so much incredible content, as our friends in One Bad Son are about to launch One Bad Podcast, which will be at the end of the month, which we're very excited for, along with a bunch of other videos. And we're not supposed to tease them. My floor director keeps telling me, don't tease them if they're not ready, but they are ready. So that's what's coming up in the next couple of weeks. If you want to be a part of this, I'm going to try to do the stretch like Matt tried to get me to do. Who did this one? What was this one? Was this from?
That was the Testament, Eric Peters.
From Testament. I can't get it up there.
The tray.
Yeah. See, I have to I'm not even close to it. Look at that. DufferinAve.com. That's where you go. I like to serve it up this way. For all of your needs, you want to advertise with us, like our friends at Sonder Concrete Services. Shout out to them. Best in the concrete biz right there. They helped build this place. That's how they became a part of this. You go to DufferinAve.com and you sign up. You got a show you want to do. You feel like you have a great message. You're all about making the world a better place. You want to be a part of something really, really cool, something that's ahead of everything else, something that everyone else is trying to do. We are already here. You want to be a part of that? DufferinAve.com. Commander Cookout Podcast. Best in the biz, all right? That's our good buddy Uncle Brando and our not so good buddy Network Ryan. They do their show from here. It's incredible. They're a part of this family, and they're currently out and about. Actually, just getting back, I think, today from Vancouver, from a Comic-Con for Magic the Gathering. Like, it's crazy stuff. Nickel Plumbing and Heating. Already gave Marcel a shout out. Give him another one. They are another place that built this place. An underwater drone inspections, and so much more with our friends at Aquaman Limited. I even wrote it down. In Lloydminster. They're located in Lloydminster, yet they are here and a part of this because they believe in making the world a better place and treating people the way you would like to be treated and doing all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. And look at a little behind-the-scenes action going on with the laptop. You guys, I guess that's why we're staying on me right now. Coach, you can come on up if you want as we continue to make our way down and try to... Well, no, you can come this way. Come this way. You won't even be on camera.
Am I on camera now?
No, you won't
Why
be.
don't I go that way?
Well, because then eventually you will be. Okay, no, you're
Do you
good.
not want me to be on camera?
No, it's fine. It's just I know these guys care about, being technically good and all that stuff, and we just like being live. We like having that live feel to everything we do. You can actually walk on now. This is good. Hum baby.
Like these?
That is pretty
Courtesy,
badass.
Chris Miazga. This is my.
Where's
these
my
are our
Chris Miazga
coaches-
hat? Hey,
Our coaches
Coach is in
t-shirts.
the house. Give it up, Coach Mays, everybody.
Hey, thank you.
This is it.
So we have the coolest guy, right?
Prove it.
Who's the coolest guy? Brando?
Brando.
No, Brando was
Uncle
the
Brando.
best.
For in what
And
what
Uncle
terms?
Mike,
There's so many.
yesterday's show. And Uncle Mike was
Brando wasn't even here. Brando's
the
still in
coolest
Vancouver,
guy.
I think.
So is wicked still a good word?
Well, wicked cool. I think if you're from Boston,
No,
Yeah.
you're wicked. You're
He
the
knows he's
wickedest, dude. I know.
isn't he badass?
So cool.
Man, how many
Remember
times?
you introduced me. He was on stage just after show and he was trying to give me stuff. This is years ago. He's
Like
like, "Hey,
merch?
do you want a CD or do you want
This is what I'm saying, man.
a shirt?" I was like, "No, I've bought some already.
We
got
bought
it."
so many albums and shirts and stuff just from all the
good.
shows. It's because we love supporting, man. Supporting sick music.
When the Flamingos would show up to those shows,
That's it.
man.
The Flamingos.
We were this close to getting a Flamingos fight song.
Game changer.
This
Was it a
close.
game changer? I feel we just kind of chilled.
We thrash.
It felt pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
Having a bunch of rowdy guys, come in and.
And keep in mind, these are guys that film music videos on rinks, like
Yeah.
outdoor rinks. So that's pretty badass. There's a good combo there between
One
hockey
of the
and
best
metal.
music videos ever.
Just saying. Love the boys. All right, Coach is here.
I'm
Looks
here.
like he's got a game time. He didn't get rained out.
So
Talk to
got
me.
rained out, yeah. So
it did. So that's why
I'm
you're here. Aw, that's fun.
Jinx
You owe me a beer.
again.
When's the last time you had a beer?
Here, look at what I brought.
You can't steal his.
Okay.
That ain't cool. We're at 270 right now, thanks to our good friend Matt from all the bands. And I gotta make sure we put that in the kitty. So basically,
Yeah.
you show up here, and we always have all the fun. And you're like, man, I always have to follow up all these guys that are super awesome.
So
and you made
deadly.
me feel a little bit like I'm letting you down by not prepping, even though this whole show is built on prep to the point where all of the important people that watch it and try to judge it are like, people can't go on a show like this. They have no idea what they're doing or how they're doing it. And it's like, no, we know exactly what we're doing. This is what we want to do.
No, my guilt comes when you throw out, like, give us a breakdown of the NHL playoffs. And I've been at all my kids.
You're not prepared.
Yeah, and I've been at my kids' events. That makes me feel better. And then you're just like, so what do you think? And
well,
I was
you
like,
did come
I've
from
seen
a place, right?
15 minutes of one game.
There was a point where
playoffs or something. But.
Oh, can we actually do that right now? Okay, all right. So basically, what's happening here? Before we get into whatever
we're talking about,
we're going. Do you want to come with us? We're going to the Fireside Singers in Christmas time.
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing a whole big block for
randomly today. Yeah. I drove home just to grab. I didn't have lunch, so I drove home quickly to grab lunch.
Some issues getting there.
And then so Jacoby puked this morning.
Oh no!
So he's not feeling well. He's got a little stomach ache. So Sarah stayed home, and then Louis, if he ever watches this, thought he's at the age now where he felt sick at school, so he was like by the toilet. Oh, I'm gonna puke, and then I get home and he's eating. I was just like, usually if you got to puke, you're not that hungry, bud. So are you just jealous that your older brother's staying home?
Smart move.
And he went very defense mode, like, no,
how
Dad,
dare you?
Have you ever been sick? You can eat when you're sick. And I was like, no, usually you shouldn't. If you're gonna puke, you don't want to add to that. So anyway, I got a guy playing hooky at home as well. But where was that? Oh, I was driving. So then I randomly put up Wednesday's episode from the 27th. Accidentally, I meant to listen to last week's episode because I missed some things. And the Fireside Singer preview was there. And I'm like, I have to go watch this.
Yeah,
and now we're talking about it.
We're going to go.
Okay.
I just totally threw that up because they're getting us set up for this little game that we're about to do.
When is
I do want to say, okay, before we get to that. So the next one's at Christmas. September, actually, isn't it, LB? That's
you sing Christmas tunes?
Time. My mom goes. We're going to get a whole block of seats. They sing all Christmas tunes. It's awesome. LB does all of it. We're going to do a whole section. Maybe
to be on stage.
Maybe
can we come on stage?
Maybe we can do a song with them.
Probably.
We know all the people. Hi, Maggie.
I know there's one guy that might let us on stage at one of his shows, maybe.
Always, anytime.
But I don't know if the Fireside Singers would let us.
Well, our friend Kelsey Stone choreographs. Our friend Megan also is a big part of it. Lots of really important people that like us. So we'll see. Well, definitely supporting. We're going to buy a whole block. Getting back to puking real quick. We're never allowed to talk about this stuff on the air back at the old place because it's called low-hanging fruit, and people don't like that.
What's that?
Talking about like puking or like
you know what I will say though, Gary. Like if we're going back to the old place, you finish your thought, and then I have a criticism of the old place.
No, we don't criticize anything. Okay. We're leaving the old place. I just want to use that as a reference point because I went off the chains this past week in the long weekend. I said I'm not doing any work. I'm not coming into the studio. I actually only spent one full day out of the studio, which is sort of depressing. I was supposed to spend at least 2. So I went to the Pelican Market, my favorite restaurant in Saskatoon. Yeah. And I got some ice cream, some Reese's Pieces ice cream. And
soft serve?
No, in the thing. So a tub of ice cream. And then I got one of those Lucy packs of the peanut butter M&Ms, and then another Lucy pack of the chocolate. They're like $4 each right by the till when you walk out. And then I ordered a bunch of food as well. And I've been fasting, so my body's used to not having anything. This is like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I just started crushing all of it. I was eating everything in sight, and I was like, I can't get enough sugar. And then without any narcotics or any liquor or anything in my body that would force me to puke, I puked purely sugar. And it was so much sugar. Like
this is
5
today?
or 6. No, this was on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
This was on the long weekend. I was trying to party when a guy doesn't really party. Yeah. So my party was like a sugar party. And I did it so hard that I was puking from that. So bringing this full circle, your son...
Anything could happen.
Using it. It could be real. He could have just went off on the ice cream and sugars.
You're trying to give Louis the benefit of the doubt?
I'm just saying.
No. When I woke him up this morning, I said, your brother's not feeling well. He's staying home.
How are you?
But you're catching a ride with your older cousin to school. He was just like, no fair. And I was just like, and then I saw him. So I know that wasn't real. You can't fool the dad and me to let him off the hook.
You know you're going to show this to him after. It's going to be great.
We'll talk about it.
All right, LB.
Louis.
LB was talking about how there's this quiz.
Wait a second.
We're going to do the quiz.
Can I not criticize?
Nope.
All right.
We don't criticize anyone. We're not in the business of bringing people down. We're in the business of bringing people up. And that would be
I know this is a potential. If anyone ever watches this, I do find that there's a certain image with rock and roll about drinking, and the long weekends about drinking, and everybody's this. So I will say the old place did have their own issues with low-lying fruit, and they still do if I happen to be listening to it. That's all I'm saying.
You just did
is
exactly
be bigger.
what I told you not to do.
It would be bigger. They can learn, be better. It doesn't have to be there.
Just we don't even know. I don't even
I'm
know.
just
what
saying
you're
you're better.
About. This is not aimed at anybody.
This is great. That's all I'm
okay,
saying.
I want to get to this as this is always is it on air? Light on? Are we on air?
Yeah, it's just there's no batteries left.
We killed the batteries. Classic.
Yeah.
All right, LB, explain to me real. Can you come on the air? Can you push the on air button and explain to us what we're about to do
I'm
here?
on air.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so
I'm
basically,
scared right now.
It's all good.
There's a website called Sporkle.
Sporkle.
And they have a whole bunch of
Sporkle. Can we
quizzes.
hear his voice on here?
Everyone can hear. You got to stop talking because he's explaining. It's all good. Keep going, LB. I know it's
Anyway.
hard.
I'm sorry, I don't have an
It's all good.
earpiece
Stop-
right now.
Stop talking. Okay, keep going.
So
I'll let you go now.
there's a quiz where you have to name all of the sports teams from the four major
The big
leagues,
four.
so the NFL, the MLB, the NBA, and the NHL.
Okay.
And you have 12 minutes to do it. So
Okay.
12 minutes to name 124 total teams. So we're gonna see if together Gary and Maisie can do it.
Okay.
Do we have a screen to look? Oh, we do.
There it is.
Look at this. Oh, and
And
you
so-
did this. Wait, this is amazing.
Yeah.
What?
So
this
it's
is
the big
amazing.
four. There it is.
So this is what you're. So this is the website.
Yeah.
Yes. So
But
as
LB,
you guys
you-
say them,
He's
I'm
going to
gonna
type them in as
it
we
in.
say them. You ready?
Which are we going in any particular
Any order.
order?
Do you want us
or
to
do you
go
want
in
us
It
to
doesn't
stay
have
on
to be
one?
in order at all.
Let's try to stay on one, just to be cool
Okay,
about it.
so I'll
And
give
you
you a
can help out
countdown
too.
and then we'll go. Ready?
All right, here we go. He's counting us in.
And 3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1. Here we go. All
Arizona.
right. Arizona.
Well, give me the team
We need
name.
team
not
names.
the
Are
country-
we doing
not the
NFL
place.
first, or
We'll
what are we
do
doing?
which one's on the left
The
there?
clock's already going. That's NFL.
Okay,
Then we
let's
got
do
MLB.
NFL first. Let's go
So we go-
Ravens. This will
No.
be good. You're not gonna be able to type fast enough.
No, he won't be able to type fast enough.
Yeah.
But I said we could have Baltimore Ravens. Go.
Yeah.
We go
wanna do it?
Arizona Diamondbacks, MLB.
Oh, you wanna do
Arizona
that,
Coyotes.
Cardinals?
Now the Salt Lake City or Utah
Okay,
Coyotes.
hold on. LB, this is what we're going to do. We're going to give you a city and then all of theirs together. So the Arizona
We should
Coyotes, Arizona Cardinals,
Arizona Cardinals,
Diamondbacks,
NFL. Yeah. And
Anything else in
MLB. No, I don't.
the Diamondbacks in Arizona, of course.
Yeah,
MLB.
that's MLB.
Yeah.
We got to be faster than this. So I
Okay.
think we should just start.
Well, if we
hammering
just start
them out.
yelling, we can do that.
St. Louis Cardinals, he said. So St. Louis Blues.
St. Louis Cardinals, St. Louis Blues, St. Louis. What else?
There's
you
no
got?
other St. Louis things. Let's go LA. Let's go get hammered. the big
LA
ones.
Kings, LA Rams,
LA Dodgers.
Dodgers, LA Angels.
Angels.
Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, actually.
LA Kings.
LA Kings. Okay, there's some LA.
Sacramento Kings. So you typed
Sacramento
Kings and
Kings.
it went to the NBA for us.
Okay.
Um,
What else we got? Boston Celtics, Bruins, Red Sox.
there you go.
What's the other one?
Toronto Maple
Oh,
Leafs.
the New England Patriots. Oh, Toronto
New-
Maple Leafs, Toronto
yeah.
Blue Jays. We could do this all day.
Well, we're at the speed of his typing.
Well, not really. You
Thought
just
he'd be
keep
a
saying
better
them, he'll hear
typer
them.
for
Well,
as
it's
smart of a human he is
It's
for creating all this. The pressure is more on you to type this out right now.
What else do we got? What else
We
do I
said the
got?
Toronto Maple Leaves.
There it is.
Yeah. Then
Green Bay
we-
Packers.
Packers.
The frozen tundra of
This is
Lambeau
pretty fun.
Field. This is
Um,
good. Who else?
where are we at?
Milwaukee Brewers, Milwaukee Bucks. Feel
Just
free to
start
yell
hammering.
too there, man.
Yeah, you
untimely
got
man
some?
over here? Yeah.
okay, Toronto Blue Jays MLB.
Didn't we already do that?
No, we didn't yet.
Oh, the Raptors. They're a
The
team.
Toronto Raptors in the
Yeah.
NFL. There we go. We got Canada covered.
We have so much time. To do
Edmonton
this.
Oilers.
Hey, look, Florida
Calgary
Panthers,
Flames.
New York Rangers.
Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah, Winnipeg Blue
Ottawa
Bombers. Oh, no,
Senators.
that doesn't count.
Detroit
CFL
Red
doesn't
Wings. Let's just hammer the NHL, then go to the next one.
count. Okay.
Okay, so get on my
Florida
train there.
Panthers.
Florida Panthers.
New York Rangers.
Tampa Bay Lightning.
Edmonton Oilers.
We already said that.
All right.
But
Vancouver
I can't see
Canucks.
that far. He's,
Boston Bruins. Montreal.
LB
I
doesn't
can't
realize
say
how
Montreal
old we are, and we
Canadiens.
can't see this far. This is like an eye exam.
New York Islanders. You say the
New York,
Islanders?
Rangers.
Oh, we could do. Are we still doing hockey? Hey, okay.
No, switch over. He's ripping all
Okay.
over the place.
Well, 'cause
New York
New York
Jets
has a bunch of teams. They
yeah,
got the
New York
Mets,
Giants,
and they got the
New York
Yankees.
Mets, the New York Yankees.
Yeah, New York Giants.
The New York
Jets.
Knickerbockers.
You said the Jets. Knickerbockers. The New York Knicks. Yeah, that's a good one.
And we're just rolling. We're not going to make it.
We're
We're
easily
doing
gonna
really
make it.
good.
It's already half
This is a
done. It's
huge
so
episode.
easy.
Can I go home after this?
No, you got to finish.
You're only
Um,
3 minutes in.
We're only 3 minutes in, dude. Keep going.
Boston, Arizona, Anaheim Ducks.
Feel free to play at home. Yell at your
Buffalo
screen. We won't be able to
Sabres.
hear you, but you can. Oh, Buffalo Sabres.
Carolina
yes.
Hurricanes.
Isn't there a Buffalo? franchise. No, it says Buffalo Wings. Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
football team.
Josh Allen.
He's good.
Diggs
no more
left.
Stephon Diggs. Houston Texans.
Houston Texans are good.
Houston
Yeah.
Astros.
Houston Astros are terrible people.
This year. Well, yeah. Depends
Except
how you feel
for
about it. If you ain't
Springer,
cheating, you
but
ain't
now
trying,
he
right?
might as well go back because he's
Yeah, he's
so
springing
trash,
nothing out there in
so-
Toronto.
Springer,
Chicago
no
White
dinger.
Sox. Chicago Cubs. Yeah,
Bears.
Chicago Blackhawks.
Chicago
Bears.
Blackhawks.
Woo, here
Yep,
we go.
Ripping.
This is two
Chicago's
towns.
got a ton, hey?
Yeah, they got a lot going
Good
on
for
in
them.
Chicago. I'm jealous.
Chicago.
You know who doesn't have a lot?
Dallas
Minnesota.
Stars. We don't have
Oh, no,
more
Minnesota
Texas.
does. Minnesota Wild.
Minnesota Wild.
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves. They're really good. They're playing tonight. Ant-Man.
Min-
I love Ant-Man. Minnesota Vikings.
Vikings,
Yes.
Crushing
What else?
it. For Minnesota?
Twins. The Minnesota,
Minnesota
Twins.
Twins.
They got the big four. Twins bass. Oh, good. Okay, we
Where
got keep going with
else are we?
cities.
Washington.
Let's go Florida.
Let's go
Oh,
Washington.
Okay, Washington Commanders. Washington
Capitals.
Capitals. Washington
Washington
Guardians.
Nationals.
Guardians.
Guardians.
Nationals.
The Washington
No,
football
Cleveland
team.
Guardians.
Washington
Cleveland
football
Guardians.
team.
Washington. No, they're called the Washington
The football
Commanders.
team. The Commanders, right.
Yeah. Keep
And
going.
you got that.
And
And
we
then
got
who do
Washington
we?
Nationals.
NBA, Washington
Bullets.
Bullets.
Oh, the Wizards.
The
They're
Wizards.
The Wizards now. This is really fun. You weren't joking. You should be a
But
program
we're getting
director.
crushed. We're not going to make it.
We're fine.
We hit up Florida.
Florida.
Florida
We got the
Panthers.
What about their football teams? Jacksonville Jaguars. They're
Yeah.
in Florida. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The Marlins.
Miami Marlins. Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
Nice.
That's a
Tampa
good
Bay
Florida.
Rays. Yeah, Tampa Bay Lightning we have there.
Texas. What about Texas?
Tampa
Dallas.
Bay
What about
Buccaneers.
Dallas?
Did you say the Buccaneers?
Yeah,
already?
we got the
Oh,
Buccaneers.
yeah.
Dallas Stars.
Yeah, we got them.
Dallas Football Club. What are they? The
ABC.
Cowboys? Dallas
Montreal
Cowboys?
Canadiens.
Ugh.
Montreal Expos.
Yeah, there we go. And
Doesn't
exposed like
count.
Dennis Rodman and Stilettos. That's a rap for memory.
Stilettos. San Jose Sharks.
San Jose Sharks. That's a good one. Go Sharks, go.
Um,
Scroll across. We have all Canadian teams.
I don't know.
Calgary. You got Calgary in there.
Flames
The Flames.
there, yeah.
What about down Seattle? The Seattle Kraken.
the Kraken? The
Gold-
Seattle Seahawks.
Golden Knights. The Vegas
The
Golden
Seattle
Knights.
Supersonics.
The Las Vegas Raiders.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Seattle. Does Seattle have a team?
You got the Knights? He put the Knights down?
Well, we got the Knights, I think, in the NHL.
Seattle,
So-
what are you talking about? For basketball?
Kraken.
Not anymore.
No, they don't have the Seahawks.
We're not doing very good on basketball front.
You
It
wanna do
shouldn't be that
basketball?
hard.
Okay. Atlanta Hawks. Let's go
The
in
Hawks,
order.
yeah.
Atlanta Hawks. Boston
Chicago Bulls, we
Celtics,
got the
Chicago
Bulls.
Bulls.
We should have the Bulls up there, but we didn't
what's
because
the
we went
D?
through Chicago.
What's the D in basketball?
Detroit Pistons.
Detroit Pistons.
Detroit Red Wings.
Yeah.
Detroit
DF.
Tigers. Tigers for MLB.
Man.
The
You are right, though. I can't
Detroit
see
Lions.
that screen at all.
We need bigger
Detroit
font.
Lions. There's a good one. E, F, G.
Is this on display for everybody in the world to see?
Everyone's watching. Yeah, they're seeing this.
Okay,
right
that's embarrassing.
now. Well,
Um,
we can't see it. Our NHL looks really good.
Toronto, you missed the Tampa Bay Lightning.
He's going to miss a lot. I guarantee when we play
We've
the tape
said it,
back,
yeah,
we've got
we
a whole
crushed
bunch.
it.
Yeah. NHL's probably done.
We have the Hurricanes. Right?
Carolina
Yeah.
Hurricanes.
I said the Carolina Hurricanes.
We heard a couple
and
of, but
it's up
again,
there.
he's trying to keep
It's
up
okay.
with
He's
it,
doing
yeah.
great. LB, chill out,
I love,
dude.
he is chill. I'm the one
Yelling
who
at
freaked-
me.
That's
He's got
me
his. He's
freaked
got
out.
his Vader.
You guys are the ones that are.
He's got his
yelling.
Vader stranglehold on me.
Use the force, mate.
Who's the better Vader?
Probably
Darth
Van
Vader
the
or
wrestler.
Vader from wrestling?
wrestler.
Getting
Vader
sidetracked.
bomb.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, Vader was awesome. Okay, back
San Jose
to
Sharks, Ottawa Senators.
Yeah, we need Matt from all
New
the
York
guys to tell us some more here.
Rangers, New York Islanders.
Okay, we're
New
way better at
Jersey
NBA.
Devils.
Let's do the NBA.
New Jersey Devils.
There you go, New Jersey Devils. I'm gonna do the basketball.
Okay, you do the basketball,
Okay.
and I'll try and see the board.
So we got. Let's see who. I don't even know who we have on there.
Minnesota. What?
Indianapolis Pacers, Indianapolis Colts,
Nice one.
the Indianapolis Racers from the WHA with Wayne Gretzky,
Oh, let's go Denver. Denver
Denver Nuggets, Denver Broncos,
Colorado Avalanche.
Colorado Avalanche. I'm just keep repeating what you say.
Yeah, that's fine.
Who else plays in the
We got the
NBA?
Broncos.
The LA Lakers, the LA Clippers.
We don't have the Colorado Rockies.
Oh, there it is.
The
Dante
Colorado
Bichette.
Rockies.
That's a good one.
Nicest jerseys. Nicest jerseys of last year. That forest
Yeah,
green.
those cool ones.
Super
I like that.
nice. I
What
like it.
else
A
we
lot of
got?
people
NBA.
didn't look like sweatpants at first, and then
That's fair.
It's fine.
Who else do you like in the NBA? New York Knicks, who we said already.
We crushed the Atlanta teams. No, Atlanta Braves.
Atlanta
Isn't
Hawks.
up there. We got the Hawks.
Atlanta Falcons.
Falcons aren't up there. That's a miss.
And the Atlanta Braves, you said
Yeah.
we got.
And then we're running out of time. I'm panicking.
Don't panic.
What
Just
happens
let
when
them
it
know
hits
that.
0? Do we all die?
No, we better not.
No, it just autofills what you missed.
Oh, it's going to autofill.
And then we laugh at how stupid you are.
Yeah, then we feel great shame. I get it. Basketball.
Chicago, Colorado.
I feel like we have the most missing from our basketball feed.
Yeah, we're doing okay, but not
If I
very
could
good.
see. Can I just go up there? I'm going to go up there and
There you
just
go over
nail
there.
them off.
New York.
Yeah. There we go.
New York Knicks.
All right, get ready for the speed round. Margaret.
New Jersey Nets.
Yeah.
We missed the Nets.
All right. Boston Celtics. Brooklyn Nets. Here we go.
Brooklyn Nets. Sorry.
Okay, Colorado. Who's in between Colorado and Dallas? Chicago, Colorado. I don't know. I thought this would help, but I don't think it's helping much.
Yeah, it's not helping me. I'm just looking at your armpit now.
That's a horrible idea. Didn't help.
That's fine.
I don't got a brain like my man, untimely man over there from Old
Ottawa Senators. We did that.
Ooh, Ottawa.
We did that already.
Okay.
Um,
What else? People are just screaming at home right now.
Yeah.
Like, the two people watching. Like, how
Yeah.
could these guys be so dumb? I
It's
really would have
fine.
put a lot of money on us doing this. Pittsburgh Penguins,
Oh,
Pittsburgh
nice.
Steelers, Pittsburgh Pirates,
There we go. San Francisco 49ers.
San Francisco 49ers,
The Pittsburgh
the LA
Washington
Chargers,
Capitals.
the LA
Philadelphia.
Rams and
Wait,
LA
let's
Chargers.
go Philly now. Philadelphia Flyers.
Eagles, Philadelphia Flyers, Philadelphia Phillies, Philadelphia 76ers.
What's that song about Philadelphia?
Philadelphia
Freedom.
Philadelphia Freedom. That's from one of my favorite Rock'em Sock'ems,
Nice.
by the way. It's a hell of a thing like that.
Minnesota, Montreal, something New Jersey.
Minnesota,
That's
Montreal, Miami.
No.
We did Miami. What
There's
about the
not
Central? What about like Oklahomas and Nebraskas and all those
What are we
places? There's gotta be
missing?
stuff in the middle.
We're missing 2 NHL teams. That sucks.
Hmm.
And the baseball team's also embarrassing. So we got Boston Red Sox. We don't have Baltimore Orioles. We don't have Baltimore
Orioles,
Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens. Those were the first ones we did. Was the Baltimore Ravens.
That's fine.
Baltimore, California. Are there any California teams?
Houston. We don't have the Texas Rangers down there.
Texas Rangers. Texas.
We
Houston
don't have
Texans. I'm trying. How are we
Los
not getting into
Angeles
the
Angels.
NBA?
We don't have the LA Dodgers down there either, but we did say it.
NBA. So LA Dodgers.
I think we pause the clock.
We can't pause the clock. Can we pause the clock?
No.
No pause. There's no
Dodgers.
pausing in baseball.
Dodgers. There we go. No, that's fine.
NBA, but this NBA is very upsetting to me.
98
watching
out
a lot
of
of NBA.
124. This feels like high school
Let's
again.
keep getting those
And this is
cities.
the only thing I'm interested in life.
Washington, Toronto,
Montreal,
Sacramento Kings. Did we get Sacramento in there? Sacramento Kings, they're
Yeah.
in there.
Colorado,
How the heck? Vancouver? We need
Vancouver.
teams?
We don't have the Canucks, do we?
Kansas City Royals, Kansas City Chiefs.
The
That's
Royals. Pretty soon the Scouts maybe back.
Utah, the Utah Jazz.
Jazz.
And then soon to
Nice.
be another Utah.
The
Utah
NBA 's
Jazz.
not looking good.
Yeah,
over
we
there.
really blew it. We really showed our proximity
Yeah,
with the
brutal.
NBA.
We're missing 2 MLB teams.
That's it.
Two
Time's
NHL
up.
teams.
Time's up. Ah, okay.
The
Metal
Blue
Matt's gonna read them
Jackets
out
and
to
the
us. Hold on.
Predators. They
Hold on.
came in the league at the same time.
Here we
That's
go.
rude.
So I just got to say, you
Yes.
guys did beat the average score by 3%.
Easy. Without seeing the
that's
screen
something.
and being here. We could crush. This is so fun. I love doing things like this.
We missed the Chicago Bears, but
Yeah,
we
read 'em
didn't
off. Hold
because
on.
I said the Bears.
Hold on. Let's read them off here. So what do we have on the left there, Matt? What do you see?
Bears,
Yeah.
but it was a team effort.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
It was a team effort.
Cleveland Browns,
I'm not mad.
Cincinnati.
Dolphins,
I didn't think you were mad.
Saints, Tennessee Titans.
Okay, hold on.
Wait, you
LB
did
wants
say
to read
Miami.
them. LB wants to read them off because we can't hear you over there.
Oh,
Go ahead,
right.
LB.
All right, ready?
Here we go.
We're on
So
air.
for the
It's
NFL,
not
you
just
guys
the
missed
three
the
of us.
Chicago Bears,
Bears,
Yeah.
the Cincinnati Bengals,
Bengals. We said those.
the
both of them.
Cleveland Browns,
Said them.
the Miami Dolphins,
Said that. Oh, yeah.
the Saints, and
New
the
Orleans we
Tennessee
did not
Titans.
say. And Tennessee we did not say. So we had 2 missing.
I feel we
that
said
one. We got
the
all.
Mariners.
We got all those. Okay, what's the next one?
For
Moving on.
MLB, you missed the Padres and the Mariners.
Padres. We did say Mariners. We missed the Padres for sure. All right. And what's over next
All
one?
right, NBA. This is the one you were.
We're gonna see how many we had. Yeah.
The Charlotte Hornets,
Didn't say Charlotte.
Cleveland Cavaliers,
Cavs. No.
Dallas Mavericks,
Mavs.
Golden State
We-
Warriors.
Mavs, didn't we? Golden State. We didn't.
Houston Rockets,
Houston Rockets. We didn't say.
Memphis Grizzlies,
Memphis.
Yeah,
Miami
New Orleans.
Heat,
Miami.
New Orleans
Heat,
Pelicans,
New Orleans.
Oklahoma
Pelicans.
City Thunder,
Yeah. Okay.
Orlando Magic,
Yeah.
Phoenix Suns,
Ooh, we didn't say
Portland
Phoenix.
Trailblazers,
Or
and San
Portland.
Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, that all
I
checks out.
feel
And then our two hockeys were the
Then
ones
your
that
two
you said.
NHL
Yeah,
was the
Columbus
Blue
and-
Jackets and the Predators.
Literally.
I feel if we ever do this again, which we won't.
Yep.
The cities was, I think, the way to go. We needed a strategy. We
Yeah.
should have teamed up.
For
We either
sure.
hammer each one
right.
out, or
Are there
we go
more
to
things
cities.
like this that we can do on the show? This is
Oh
really
yeah,
fun.
there's lots of quizzes
Okay,
on
this
here.
is good. All right, let's get
There's
some
some
Frankie
more?
Fingers to play us out of here. My
Is
dad will
this
be so
it?
proud. We went the full hour. We did great today.
Man, I
We're gonna
had things
Frankie
to
finger our
talk
way
about.
out
I
of it.
wanted to say, hey, shout out to the Moose Jaw Warriors, even though they took down the Saskatoon Blades.
Yeah, I don't know if we're
They're
allowed to
fi-
give them too much love.
We can give them love because that's who we want to win.
I'm just going by Croker, man. Croker's still a little butthurt. by it.
That's fine.
It's tough.
Get over it. We have a Saskatoon kid,
All right, go Moose Jaw. Go Warriors. I
Dundernish
guess.
Saskatoon kid on that
Is that
squad.
tonight?
And they're
Do they
going
kick off tonight, or that's just
Memorial.
weekend?
I don't
I
think,
think it's
so.
weekend.
I think it's on the weekend. It
Oh,
always
no, I
is.
start on the Wednesday.
Well, I think it's a full week
That makes
event.
sense.
So.
What else you got?
One other thing we talked about yesterday, and you weren't interested in seeing the NHL team win. Cheer for Florida. They've never won a Stanley Cup, so you got one team. Go for it.
Cheer for
Be
Edmonton.
that guy.
I told you.
Oh yeah.
said it's not-
If Edmonton loses, then cheer for Florida.
Oh, they beat Boston.
Get over
My
it.
whole hot take yesterday was just it's not a sexy Final Four at all. Like there's nothing there to grab people, you know.
I think there's that girl that sits behind the bench at Dallas. You said the word. She thinks she's sexy. I think she wears some outfits.
Interesting. Maybe I'll have to watch.
Double zeros.
Double zeros. That's the one. To our guest today, my man Matt from all the
I'll
bands.
get him back here.
That's my
Have
dude.
you done Frankie's fingers yet?
Frankie's are going, man. The fingers. We've got like 20 seconds left. We're hitting the high notes. So
Just come
thank you to
back here,
Coach for
crawl
being a
back
part of this.
across and do the
Come on in,
fingies.
real quick. We'll play it out with the boys. Look how agile he is, eh? This is what I'm talking. And this is the live feel that you get around here. Thank you to LB and the Phenom, holding it down there. I love you guys so much. Look at him go. That's good. See, and I like when you go a little harder because you can feel it on the mics. God, that's amazing. Matt's fingers playing us out. Have an awesome rest of your hump day tonight. Enjoy all the sports. We'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. We'll miss the hell of you until then. CTV's Matt Young's going to be in the house with a special surprise for us and so much more. Have an amazing rest of your Wednesday. Oh, we're going to play this out. Thanks, guys. Thank you, everyone. I love you all. Oh, this is so good. Be kind to each other. You know what we say. Hey, look at the donation you made. That's amazing.